All right, next up, we have the Los Angeles Lakers, who may have added a notable player, if you haven't heard. Still can't believe 2.5 months later, that Luka Doncic is a Laker. It just feels like, I don't know, it shouldn't be real. And I'm going to try not to get sidetracked because I just want to roast the Mavericks organization for just continuing to bungle everything since the trade. But regardless, the Los Angeles Lakers hired JJ Redick, replaced Darvin Ham, was sort of the unknown going into the season. We all knew he was smart. He was probably most likely going to be at least an upgrade over Darvin Ham at the very least. And he's navigated injuries and then the Luka stuff and having to integrate him, and it's all culminated to 50 wins. A hell of a good job coaching up the defense for long stretches, getting 40-year-old LeBron James to play high-level, all-NBA level defense for long stretches until this recent groin injury where the Lakers took a step back defensively, understandably. I love the mindset JJ brought to the Lakers, by the way, taking some big regular season matchups very seriously, like a playoff game, like most notably the Denver game, where he basically just unveiled his plan to try to slow down Jokic and his passing and the cutting and all that stuff in Denver, to even going all the way to a few weeks ago, earlier this month, where Oklahoma City, they were in a back-to-back away game at Oklahoma City, and the second of that pair of games, the next night, they had a back-to-back in Dallas for Luka's return, and JJ said, no, we want to see where we stack up against the best in the West, and we're going to play all our guys, and then we're going to play all our guys again tomorrow for Luka's return. Just that type of mindset. JJ's new school and old school in some ways with his philosophy, like in terms of playing hard, the mental toughness and stuff like that, that is all very important to him. And I think that's a really refreshing thing. He is also very new school in what he wants to do, how he wants his shots, how he staggers lineups, especially since the Luka trade. When I think about the Lakers going into the postseason, I just automatically think that the Lakers are the one team that has what every other team, minus the Boston Celtics, has on their roster. Just two all-time great offensive engines that are apex predator wings in LeBron James and Luka Doncic. And they have fit seamlessly together. The moment the trade happened, LeBron has been basically a wide receiver in transition, and Luka's Patrick Mahomes throwing these dots. LeBron is, taking more of a load off because Austin Reeves has been fucking spectacular this year. The Lakers have a lot of stuff on their roster that you would want to put around Luka and LeBron James because they are the same archetype of player. Not saying they're exactly the same, but the big 6'7", 6'8", I'm going to back you down, I'm bigger than you, I'm going to put my shoulder into you, and I'm going to dissect the defense and manipulate the court. And you want guys like Gabe Vincent, who has been shooting really well since the new year. You want guys like Rui Hachimura, who took a step this year and has been spectacular. Austin Reeves is just an awesome third option, and now JJ can just have great offense or great shot creation, shot generation on the court at all times because he could stagger Luka and have Luka and Austin Reeves play together for stretches, and then you take out Luka, put in LeBron, or even have LeBron off. JJ has Luka alone too. Like, it's just so many ways you could just have constant offensive creation on the court at all times, and that comes at a premium in the playoffs. And the Lakers have two all-time great ones and then a perfectly awesome third option that could take advantage of the team's third best or fourth best defender at times. And that's why the Lakers already have a high baseline for me. I know people get sick of talking about the Lakers and stuff like that, but I'm sorry, they're a good basketball team and they have the exact type of star players that you would want going into the playoffs. Just somebody that could create easy shots in the half court with their gravity and their ability to just overwhelm you with their size and their ball handling ability and their IQ. Gabe Vincent, shooting well since the new year. Jordan Goodwin, nice pickup Jared Vanderbilt's kind of like that perfect dunker spot type of big to play off of LeBron, to play off of Luka. Jackson Hayes, who is the most athletic, non-shot blocking big I've ever seen in my fucking life, is this perfect lob threat for Luka and LeBron. Dorian Finney-Smith. And so the Lakers go into this playoffs with arguably the greatest player of all time, even though he's 40, but is now engaged because I think he realizes he can win a championship. You give LeBron Luka. Not only that, look at it the other way, kind of like with the Steph Jimmy thing. You give Luka LeBron, the Lakers already have a high baseline to at least create shots in the half court come playoff time. So they already have a good starting point there. And then not only that, they have the prerequisite play finishers around a LeBron, a Luka, and Austin Reeves. There are some concerns with the Lakers, like Luka's 2-point shooting percentage. Luka does look noticeably slower this season compared to, seasons past, but he's still really good and still generating a lot of quality shots for, Gabe Vincent, Dorian Finney-Smith. Every time I just see Dorian Finney-Smith wide open, and he had that one quote where he was like, where I believe he said the threes he has been getting lately are just butt-ass naked wide open. That was the quote he used. Rui Hachimura getting those shots. And then, you look at the Lakers and how their 9-man rotation has rounded out. This is about as good as you could get for retooling your team midway through the season and, figuring out how to coalesce around a massive trade, bringing in a massive megastar. And I just really like the Lakers' chances. Another concern that I have is it has been very impressive also that JJ Redick has been able to scheme up an elite defense for stretches for this Lakers team. I still don't think their personnel lends itself to be an elite. I think it's a more than the sum of its parts situation here. And I do think the Lakers have specific matchups that teams will pick at that is more magnified in the playoffs compared to the regular season. So I'm very interested to see how much JJ can scheme up in the playoffs and how much the Lakers' weaker defenders like Luka, like Austin Reeves, Jackson Hayes in terms of rim protection, can they dig a little deeper and maybe surprise us a little bit? Not to say that the Lakers are a sieve defensively or anything, but we can all see JJ is really coaching this team up. And so that would be the one concern I have, that Luka's 2-point percentage. And, in general, just LeBron James, just in terms of his health. LeBron has had some little nagging injuries here and there. And so I do wonder how that's going to play out throughout the playoffs. But, I was thinking about a hypothetical matchup with Oklahoma City. Because last year I thought the Lakers, how they matched up against Oklahoma City, I thought they matched up well with their size and the Thunder's lack of ability to rebound. And obviously they rebolstered their roster with Isaiah Hartenstein. You get Caruso, you can play double big lineups with him and Chet, etc. While I think the Thunder are big, and on the perimeter, they are big, like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's a 6'6" point guard. Jalen Williams is 6'6". Isaiah Joe's 6'5". Aaron Wiggins is 6'6", 6'7". The Lakers' perimeter players are bigger, man. And not only are they bigger, they're bigger at the two most important spots. The top three players in a potential Lakers-Thunder series would obviously be Luka, LeBron, and Shai. And LeBron and Luka are 6'7", 6'8", 200 and whatever plus pounds. And Rui Hachimura is big. Austin Reeves is 6'5". And so you kind of just wonder, that size mattered in those two games towards the end of the regular season with Oklahoma City. And I do wonder how the Thunder would handle that. They're a great defense. Obviously, they have size too with Lou Dort also. I forgot to mention him. But the Lakers are not only tall, they're big, and they can control the pace with how they could just post you up. Luka in the mid post, LeBron on the block, in transition. And I think the Lakers would have something that could help them in that series and pull out a potential, upset. And not only that, you have two of the greatest players ever playing in the biggest playoff games. And yeah, you could say the Lakers are small on the interior, which is very true. I just think they have size at the positions where it will matter in this series. And they would be going up against not a relatively inexperienced Thunder team, but a Thunder team that is trying to get over that hump. And they're going to go against two of the most ball-dominant apex predator superstar distributing forwards the game has ever seen. And I think that matters when changing the geometry of the basketball court, which is what you need in the playoffs. And the Lakers have two of those guys. Teams have one usually. I mean, you think of the Nuggets with Jokic, the offensive engine that is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Boston has it with Jason Tatum. The Lakers have two, and they have two of the best to ever do it, and no other NBA team has that. Couple that with good coaching, the Lakers actually have a pretty high playoff trust rating for me. I'm not picking them to come out of the West, but if the Lakers were in a dogfight series with the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Lakers somehow pulled it out and made it to the finals, I would not be surprised in the slightest, because I just saw Luka carry the Dallas Mavericks, which was an improved team, especially post-trade deadline, by the way, to the finals last year. But now Luka has one of the top two players of all time, one of the smartest coaches right now in the NBA, and a roster that is perfectly tailor-made to fit around Luka and LeBron with the shooting and the lob threats, etc. And the Lakers have a really good small ball lineup. I am actually very high on this Lakers team. I have been high on this Lakers team the moment the Luka trade happened. And so on a playoff trust rating scale out of 10, I would give the Lakers an 8.8 out of 10. Let me know what you think. Do you think the Lakers are going to come out of the West? Do you think this is Lakers bias and I'm tripping? Let me know in the comments below.